Hey guys, MC Mura here, and today I'm gonna talk a little bit about Sagat, Elena, and how these two characters are giving me a lot of hope for the future of Street Fighter 6 and what this game may become. Obviously, if you've been following Street Fighter 6, you know that the game have a very defined meta, and Mai here is probably the most Street Fighter 6 character in the game. You fireball, you drive rush behind it, you do one combo, you carry the opponent to the corner, and once you're there, you go for your cute, very oppressive throw loop, or say that they are blocking, you crouching medium kick, drive rush, and then get the grab, or if they don't have an invincible reversal, then maybe like you go for a frame trap with that and then grab them, get the throw loop. It's very easy to exert pressure on the opponent, it's very easy to carry someone to the corner, and it's very easy to throw loops them, and most of the throw loops are safe, right? That is a game. And although Capcom is adamant about keeping Drive Rush intact, and Sagat, even though I said like I'm a big fan, Sagat still do have like a throw loop. She's trying to wake up with a jab, he still does have a throw loop, right? But Capcom made enough smart changes with Sagat and Elena, and that keeps me hopeful for the future. It's not weird to think of the current DLC characters as test beds, as potential tests for what the game might be. If you're playing a lot of Sagat or a lot of Elena, I know you feel the way I do. These characters feel like they are playing a Season 3 meta that doesn't exist, right? They are balanced for a version of Street Fighter 6 that we're not seeing yet, and that is not uncommon, by the way. If you remember, during Street Fighter 5, launch roster had invincible meterless uppercuts, and then during that same season, Season 1, Capcom put out Guile, and Guile flash kick is not invincible, he need to use EX? Yeah, that happened. So it's not, I do think really Capcom is testing the waters with some of the ideas with Sagat and Elena, and if they're successful, maybe we'll see more of it. But what is Capcom doing, right? I think the main things that Capcom is targeting with Sagat and Elena, and I'm gonna cover both of them individually to show you like the grand scheme of ideas, is that Capcom is targeting how easy it is to exert pressure and how easy it is to force it on the opponent. Sagat, as you know, he doesn't have a cancelable crouching medium kick drive rush. That doesn't exist for him. And you know what? That is great. Because if the opponent is walking backwards, I don't think that is enough like of a reason for you to be like punished by a bread and butter combo into a corner carry. Or like too easily crouching medium kick drive rush and now I got the grab. That doesn't exist with him. Sagat can do it, sure. I mean, he has that, and he can crouch medium kick drive rush, and that's the same thing. But you are much less likely to get caught on hit with that compared to a character with like a crouching medium kick, right? Because it's a low. That is extremely powerful. And you can clearly see how Capcom designed Sagat and designed him around not having great lows. If you check out the hitboxes for Sagat, right? I'm gonna show you some of Sagat pokey normals, the normals that he really uses in the neutral, and check out what is actually going on. So this is Sagat standing heavy punch. Are you seeing how much the red extends past the green? That is a big disjoint. This is Sagat standing medium kick. It's the same idea, really massive disjoint. The hitbox extends well beyond the hurt box. His crouching medium punch, and oh my god, his crouching medium punch is so abusable, by the way. Again, disjointed hitbox. Crouching heavy punch, disjointed hitbox. So all of this means that if you and Sagat are both like throwing fits at each other, both of you are trying to throw normals at each other, it is very unlikely to beat Sagat on startup. If both of you clash together, more often than not, Sagat will win. But, and this is a really nice thing about him, he usually have a lingering hurt box. So the hitbox here, big disjoint, the red is well past the green. But check out the extension. He's extended real lot. See how much he's still extending? And that's why Sagat feels easy to whiff punish. Like even up to the last recovery frame, he's still extended. So that's why it feels easy to whiff punish Sagat, easier than some of the base roster, right? So you can't really contest him on startup, but he's easy to whiff punish. So what are you gonna do about that? More likely than not, you're gonna try to play outside of his poke range. You're gonna try to whiff punish Sagat. And if I'm trying to whiff punish Sagat, that's when he Tiger Knee! And he gets a blossom block. And now he budgets the corner. And now he got you there. So the idea of Sagat is he forces you to play this range, and then that's where he gets a Tiger Knee and obviously gets a fireball that can be used as a poke. That to me is a much better design of a character than get in, crouching medium kick, drive rush, now I get a grab. Right? And that is why it is really hard to play Sagat right now, because he's playing a very respectable game against characters that doesn't really have to play around it, right? But that is what makes him so much fun. It's like that to me is what makes him that much fun, and that makes him like such an interesting design. And the same can be said about Elena. Elena is a character that is designed around not having great lows, right? Elena have amazing overheads, right? Elena, her overhead game is really good between the forward medium kick, that overheads that got mad range, between the stance into overhead. So her overhead game is nice, but Elena, her low checks are bad because this crouching medium kick is not canceled by itself. You gotta do the target combo, and as you can see, like you can get with punished. So again, it's not easy with Elena. You kind of have to play the mid-range game, play the footsies game, and if you happen to get the whiff punish, then you're getting like the really good conversion, you're getting the corner carry. Elena, Sagat, both of them have amazing corner carry, but they don't earn the hit easily. They have to work for the hit. Another thing about Sagat that I found to be really interesting is Fireball Drive Rush. Sagat is the king of Fireball, yet he doesn't Fireball Drive Rush. That doesn't really work that way for him. Say that you're like, here were Mai, right? If Mai threw an OD Fireball and she got the hit, she immediately, even without absorbing a Fireball, she immediately gets like a combo into corner carry. Right? That is really nice for her. Sagat, on the other hand, if he went through a fireball, he gets Tiger Cannon, which is not bad. That did decent amount of damage, but he doesn't get to drive rush carry you to the wall. He doesn't get a conversion here, right? He may try to go for like a Tiger Knee, and that's not bad. That left him at like plus 13, but again, he just got a little bit of corner carry. That is risk reward that to me makes sense. Like that is the regular reward I would expect from an EX Fireball. But EX Fireball into Drive Rush into now I got the corner. That's something that we don't see with Sagat and we don't see with Elena. And another thing that we don't see with both of these characters are meterless throw loop. Right? Sagat and Elena, both of them doesn't have a meterless throw loop. Both of them got to drive rush to get the throw loop going. And by the way, this is not ideal because take a look here, like by the time that I finish my grab, Sagat is already like regaining some gauge back, but because it's a throw loop that costs resource, if Sagat is low on resource, chances are he's not gonna do it. And what I mean by that is, say that I got the hit here with Sagat, right? Tiger Knee! Because I'm low on drive like that, chances are I'm not gonna do that. Because if she backdashed and I got punished, that's risky. Right? I am playing very dangerously with my drive gauge, right? But a character like Mai and most of the roster, they get like meterless, non-meter dependent throw loops, right? Another area about Sagat that I noticed, and the same was Elena, is that Capcom was also very careful when designing these characters and designing them around drive impact. One of the things that really stood out to me when I was taking a look at Ed is that Ed have a lot of normals that have amazing range. It have a lot of normals that really got screen control, right? Whether we're talking about his heavy punch, whether I'm talking about his standing medium kick, crouching heavy kick, crouching medium punch. But you know what all of them got in common? All of them can be cancelled into drive impact. Sagat, on the other hand, he's really stingy with what can be cancelled. His heavy punch can't be super or drive impact cancelled. Crouching medium kick, not the same. Standing medium kick, not the same. His crouching heavy punch and crouching medium punch are just about like the two moves that he can use in footsies battle that are cancelable. And you will notice the same with Elena as well. Elena also do have a lot of moves that are not cancelable. I think it's only like her crouching medium punch that really is like special cancelable that she can use. So if you're using heavy punch, that is not cancelable. Heavy punch, forward heavy punch, not cancelable. Heavy kick, not cancelable. Standing medium punch is super cancelable, but not special cancelable. So like you're not gonna cancel it into drive impact, but you can cancel it into super. And level 1 is not invul anyways. So what I'm trying to say is that these characters are vulnerable to drive impact. So you can't mindlessly autopilot with them. Right? I think that's great. Another area that I think is very interesting is that Capcom gave Elena the plus on block normal. Capcom gave Sagat the plus on block normal as well, right? But they don't get the medium into mediums or medium into heavies that some of the base roster get. And I do think that is actually like a huge deal in this game. Right? A lot of the characters in this game got medium or like medium heavy combos. So Elena got to like medium kick into light kick. And make no mistake, Elena and Sagat, both of them are not low damage characters, right? And if they happen to get the counter hit, Elena can get some pretty good damage, right? Her damage output here is fairly nice. But without getting the counter hit, she's typically doing medium light, which is not great damage. Sagat is the same thing. He's doing standing medium punch into jabs. And that kind of put a cap on their potential like damage output. That is a way for Capcom to kind of nerf their damage output without nerfing it. On the other hand, base roster get medium, and sometimes they get like medium heavy, right? Medium into heavy. That makes the damage output like really high. So with all of that being said, Capcom still kept drive rush in there, Capcom still kept drive throw loops in there, but what I'm seeing with Elena and Sagat is that they are clearly adjusting how you get the hit. They want you to earn the hit a lot more, and once you got them to the corner, because the throw loop have cost attached to it, it's more risky for the aggressor. Right? Because if say that if Ryu here is sticking, say that I wasted a couple of bars of drive. If Ryu here techs, he's gaining meter and I'm not. I'm very meter deficient, right? And I think that is such a great way to do it. I hope that every member of the roster now get to drive rush to get their throw loops. I think that would be a great idea, especially since a lot of characters are also like in such need of going for like drive rush. So like imagine here if Ryu have to drive rush just to keep the throw loop going. He will be so low on drive, and that will severely limit how often people are going for throw loop, and then we're gonna start to see like different type of pressures. I think that's great. Anyways, what are your thoughts on Sagat? What are your thoughts on Elena? Am I rambling too much? Is everything I'm saying make sense to you? Does it not? I would love to hear your thoughts all about it in the comment section below. Do you want to see more characters like Sagat, like Elena, or do you think the base game is amazing and everything's totally fine as it is? I would love to hear your thoughts about all of it in the comment section below. I'll be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe.